Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because we're going to talk about something really important, how cash is king. And before I get into it, please take a second. As always, like the video, share your comments so it helps with the algorithm and we can get the conversation going. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Ageless Multi-Collagen, which I will talk about a little later. But first things first, Wallace sent me the greatest picture, which is this right here. And this is cash is king. Our preferred method of payment is cash. And that way the credit card companies don't get anything. The big banks make nothing. And you are supporting small business by giving cash. And we need to look at this more. You know, cash is king. The saying, which I found from Wikipedia, which is great, and that's below as well, but it talks about the importance of, you know, when you say, hey, cash is king, being liquid, having the money. And in small business right now, we are getting feed to death right now. I have had so many people talk to me about Verizon, T-Mobile, all these different places that are charging even cash fees now, and these surcharges are ridiculous. We have to stop them. Enough is enough is enough. And as, you know, business owners, as consumers, as people that want to buy things and just save money right now, we're in for a real difficult time right now. Janet Yellen came out yesterday and stepped forward and says, hey, we may be in for a little more difficult time right now economically. And it may not be a full-blown recession, but it could be a darker time right now. Well, make up your mind. Make up your mind. Remember, a month ago, the economy was strong. Everything's great. Don't worry about it. Well, why is it that my husband doesn't have a job anymore? Why is it that my wife just, you know, can't get 40 hours a week? Why is it that my roommate lost his job and can't pay his half of the rent? Don't worry about it, Dan. Cash is king. Remember, everything's great. Everything's good. No, people are waking up to the insanity that's going on in all of our lives right now, and that is, look over here, don't pay attention to this stuff, don't pay attention to high, you know, prices, don't pay attention to high gas prices, high food prices. You know, when you order auto parts and it takes a month to get them, don't worry about that. Everything's great. Everything's fantastic right now. Think about this, the UPS strike, if that goes through, 30% of all packages can be delayed. Okay, that's one thing. But what it's also going to do, this is got squirrels chasing each other right there. What it's also going to do is it's going to make it so that we're going to have a supply chain issue. And we could have a worse supply chain issue just because of the UPS strike compared to what we had with the ships that weren't unloaded fast enough 2 years ago. Enough is enough is enough. You're seeing so many problems with everything. Bank of America steps forward. Bank of America says, hey, you know what? This is not going to be a recession. We're definitely in a recession right now. Well, again, they changed their tune, and it's completely different than what it was, you know, a mere 6 months ago. So read the story below. Bank of America is now talking about how we're in a recession. We are in a recessionary times right now, and nobody wants to look at that. But the problem with it is, as a business owner, people are trying to squeeze out every dime they can. And you're starting to see them, you know, charge cash fees. That's ridiculous. I've had more people write me about, hey, if you want to pay by credit card, it's a 3% surcharge. Somebody wrote me and said that, hey, it's illegal to charge more than what the credit card processing would be. And I always complain about stuff like this. But the thing that's funny is, you'd be surprised how many things can be thrown in and forgiven with just asking someone. So I highly recommend speaking up with all of these things that happen. And oh, by the way, I'm at T. Winkle Park in Costa Mesa, California today. It's beautiful. It's got these hills, it's got the lake, it's got the stream. A lot more to cover. Let's talk about our sponsor, Ageless Multi-Collagen. Every day, the first thing that I do when I have my cup of coffee is I take a big scoop of ageless multi-collagen and put it at the bottom of the cup. It is 10 grams of biopeptides. It is 5 different types of collagen from 4 premium sources. But what it does is it helps with your skin health, your nail health, your hair health. And let's face it, as I get older and I have my old man skin, I've been taking this stuff for almost 3 months now. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. It's something that I'm going to be taking forever now because it's done such a wonder for me. As I started working out again, my joint pain went away. Look at healthwithdan.com and find out how you can save 51% off their regular price. But let's face it, guys, as we get older and our skin gets that crepey feeling to it, you can beat that. You can beat it with collagen. Think about this, middle-aged people, like me and older, okay? They say that we have half the collagen in our system than somebody that was 20 years old. So you need to take a supplement. This is the best thing. It comes from a good company, BioTrust, who has shipped over 15 million products to people. Take a look at healthwithdan.com. Save 51% today, but get yourself some ageless multi-collagen. I absolutely love it. So, as all these economists rethink their forecast, okay, and they become a realist, okay, and they realize, hey, my wife can't afford things, and I can't stand economists. I have a real problem with them. I have gone to so many events and had the economists tell us what happened after the fact. This is what happened. Well, no, make a prediction, guys. Well, they're looking at their forecast now, and they see it much gloomier. Let's talk about commercial real estate for a second. CRE, which I love, has got nothing but problems right now. Baltimore is a war zone. Baltimore is crime infested and it is a mess, okay? The Orioles are having their best year in a decade, to say the least, and crime is rampant, but commercial real estate is dropping like a rock. 1 Second Street, the building went for 63% off its regular price last week. Wow, that's outrageous, okay? Then you say, well, wait a second. 1 day later, 1 Pratt Street went for sale, a building that was 69% off. Now, here's the thing. What are you going to do with an office building in Baltimore? You know, who do you want to punish? Seriously. Well, let's get rid of those employees. Let's torture them by sending them to Baltimore. Once again, guys, you're going to have Escape from New York. I really highly recommend that you watch that movie because what it was Kurt Russell was sent into a war zone where basically they took New York City and just put a fence around it, called it a prison. Bad people threw them in there, and that's what they did with them, okay? Well, I don't know what you do with places like this. It is insane, but to sit there and not admit that there is a huge problem when you have a building going for 70 cents on the dollar, 70% off, okay? Pardon me, 31 cents on the dollar, pardon me. How does this not affect families? How does it not affect cities? How does it not affect everybody when you have them giving things away like this? Mortgage payments don't get made, employees don't get hired, but don't worry, it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out. This is happening more and more and more right now. And nobody wants to admit this. Nobody wants to talk about this, to say the least, okay? But you're going to see between now and October, you're going to see many, many more office buildings go out of business. Many, many more businesses go out of business right now. Lean and mean is the way to run your company. Get rid of excessive employees. Get rid of costs that you don't need, any vehicles that you don't need, anything that can save you money. Do that. Get rid of any unneeded expense. This place that I'm walking through is loaded with, I'm not kidding, I've seen 200 squirrels here already, and I just don't have any squirrel food today. So share your thoughts on that one. How are you feeling right now? Do you feel off? Do you feel that things just aren't aligned in your universe right now? Well, is your vibe not right? Okay. Well, before we get too cosmic with each other, Elon Musk said that we're in a vibe session right now. And that's insane. And you can call this thing whatever you want. And the vibe session, people feeling off right now, people not feeling connected with what's going on and having a question about the economy is where we're at right now. It's a vibe session, okay? Not a regular recession, not a rolling recession, not a growth recession, whatever you want to call it. How about business? How about a depression, okay? But again, our main man Elon, that's what he wants to call it, is a vibe session. Vibe session. If you are in business or you have a family member, kids, nephews, neighbors, anybody you know that employs anybody, what are they feeling right now? Oh, everything's great. Well, I know the people that do foreclosures. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I can't wait to see what's going to happen, Dan. Yeah, just spent 2 days with him. You know, all heck is going to break loose, okay? Didn't swear, so I was really proud of myself for that one. But craziness, guys. Absolute craziness. So, vibe session, growth recession, rolling recession. That's what we're in right now. People are losing their jobs, employment is off, everything is off. Speaking of Elon, there is an issue with FSD, full self-driving. Now, when people bought full self-driving mode for their Tesla, they dreamed of a day that they could have a date, drinking wine in the back seat, making out and having their car get you to the restaurant on time. That's what I would do. That's just me. But again, doesn't that sound like fun? Okay. Oh, you want champagne? Oh, you got it, baby. Just, you know, kick it open that bucket. You know what I mean? Anyways, FSD went from $5,000 to now $15,000. And guess what, guys? It's not doing what they promised. So people are upset about this. Now, here's the problem. If you bought an older model Tesla and you want FSD when it comes out, and here's when it's going to come out. Well, we don't know when it's going to come out. Maybe soon, maybe not, but it's $15,000. Now, your old Tesla, they want 15G for that. Okay, it's good. 15,000 bucks. This is a cool park. It's got these layers, and you can see everybody down there. They're doing a bunch of prom pictures and stuff down there, and you've got all this stuff up here, and everything leads down. And it's a nice spot. You got the Orange County Fair next to us that's going on right now, and you can spend $100 on carnival rides. One thing I want to talk to you guys about again is Fran Glover, Joseph Dreamhouse. This is my favorite charity. You know, that and Breast Cancer Angels. Okay, the two best charities that I know on the planet Earth. Fran is basically a food bank who prepares meals for people that cannot eat. And she's in Florida. She's having a very difficult time because her air conditioning unit went out, and they've been trying to raise money to fix the AC unit. So if you can give anything to Fran, the link will be below. We've raised, over $2,000 for Fran already, so let's raise a little more. Okay, that would be great. And it's going to a good cause. She's a 501c3, and I have raised thousands of dollars. We had a baseball game last year. I donated a bunch of money during my 250K party to her. She is a great person, but like all charities, they run razor thin, and they need the money, and they need help, and they need the AC. So if you can give anything, please do. It's going to a great cause. Do you believe in signs that there is a recession? That if you see this warning sign, it tells you that a downturn is coming. Men's underwear sales, if they go down, it means that men are holding out and they're not buying, as much underwear. That's a recessionary time. Women buying more lipstick, it's the least expensive beauty product that there is. And when they buy an abundance of lipstick, usually a recession is happening. Interesting. Well, Bank of America steps forward and they say, listen, we're going to have a hard landing now. And there is nothing rolling about this. So that's their prediction. Again, the story is below on that one. But as far as a sign that things are bad, what about RV sales? When RV sales drop, you know, it's a sign that there's an underlying problem with the economy. Now, people are buying RVs to live in them now. You're seeing more people escape from an apartment, from rent, from things they cannot afford by buying old used RVs. That's happening. But the industry as a whole is off right now. Do you think that's a fair way of comparing that? Hey, if these sales are off, the economy is off. Man, I look at everything. I really do. But I'm fascinated by the numbers and how bad they are right now. That's a big deal right now. And rising interest rates only makes it worse when it comes to RV sales. You know, plus RVs, the financing is so much more expensive than a regular car. So share your thoughts on all this stuff so far, guys. Well, guys, I have another announcement from Farmer Dan, and I officially have a green thumb now because I've got a tomato from my garden. Beautiful, red, luscious tomato. $700 tomato, okay? You too can garden. Remember that. It's economical and it's great. But on a happier note, take a look at this. We've got results from Christmas in May. People started to send videos in to thank us. So take a look at these. And please keep sending those out to us, guys.
Hi Dan, it's Erin from Pennsylvania, and I got something great in the mail today. I want to thank you and Patriot Gold Group for my coin. Thank you so much.
Hey Dan, this is Jose in Austin, Texas, and I just want to let you know that I checked the mail just coming home from work on a Friday, and I received this. Christmas in May. I'm a winner. Thanks to Patriot Gold Group and your VPN sponsor also. This is awesome. $50 gift card. Pretty great. What a wonderful surprise. Thanks again for everything you do. Keep the great content coming, you and the Ninja. Love you guys, and love what you're doing for the U.S. Thanks. Bye.
Now, no matter when you pick up a newspaper, you open any news site, you cannot avoid, you know, the talk of artificial intelligence. Well, BMW wants to let you know that your BMW, your next one, is going to be built via AI, and it's going to make the process much better for quality control. Again, people losing their jobs, guys, because of a robot and because of technology. Eventually, the cars will drive us. You know, FSD will be here someday. Full self-driving will be here someday, but it's not today. But as far as the quality and ways of assembling things, absolutely, it's definitely here. Corporate debt. Think about this one, guys. Corporate debt. There has been more corporate delinquencies and corporate failures in 2023 already than in all of 2022. So more people have not paid their bills on a corporate level already in the first 6 months than did in all of last year. But everything is great, guys. There is nothing to think about. Why are you having this conversation? Why are you wasting my time? Everything is good, Dan. Everything is fantastic right now. There is nothing to be concerned about. Moody's, the rating agency, they stepped forward and they said, wait a second. You know, this is a concern. This is bad. And once again, they don't want to wave certain flags and say, this is a recession. Prepare yourself, get ready. They don't want to do things like that. They just want you to act like everything's okay and not pay attention to this stuff. But it's right in front of all of us. So you're going to see more and more people try to squeeze money out of people. If you have accounts receivable for anything right now, I have so many friends that I have given this instruction to, and not one of them says, I really, really regret hearing that one and doing that, Dan. Every single one of them cut people off. Every single one of them, hey, we're trimming our credit program here. We're going from net 45 to net 30, and we don't want you guys, we've given you a credit line, we've extended you no more than $10,000. Whatever it is. Everybody freaks out, everybody is upset, everybody got paid during this time. You have to do what you can do to protect yourself. Don't let people pay. And if you have people that owe you money, be the squeaky wheel. Tell them how much, how upside down life is right now, and that you need the money. Be that person. You're going to get paid. That's what you need to do. Think of it this way. They don't care. They owe a lot of people money. And I've said this to you guys before, and this is absolutely true. And I just had this conversation with somebody, and they said, explain this to me. Well, when somebody is down and out, and they owe people a lot of money, a lot of different people, they invent stories. And with the stories, this is what we'll tell them. We'll tell them we mailed the check on Tuesday, but you won't mail the check till Thursday night, which will then get it postmarked. The guy will be fuming all weekend, and by Monday he'll have the check, but we'll gain almost a week doing that. And again, everybody thinks that they're the ones that invented doing the shenanigans, and everybody's done this. But the problem with it is if you've lived through an economic downturn and you've seen the shenanigans, people, they can get upset. They can tell you how, oh, I'm never going to do business with you again, and you're going to regret this for the rest of your life. You're right, I will. You're right, I will. Okay? But guess what? You'll sleep at night, your bills will be paid, and you won't have this guy owing you any money if you do it correctly. So think about that. It's a beautiful place. It's kind of fun, kind of nice. Got the fair behind us. I'm going to finish this video with these last couple stories. And the first thing is the difficulty of maintaining employees. There is a resort called Sunseeker Resort. If you want to go work at Sunseeker Resort and I'm thinking about leaving, they will pay you a retention bonus of up to $100,000 to stay there. Read the story below. It's amazing. 100 G's to stay with this company if you do a long-term deal with them. And, think about this. It's not just for management. It's not just for vice presidents. It's for people that work at the resort. And they will also give you lifetime flights for free in Allegiant Air. So for the region of the country that they're in, this is amazing, guys, that they're going to do things like this. But this is what you're going to have happen. Now, two things that I get entertained by. And when the internet first came out, you could read writers. You could read the contracts that bands would have with different venues. Like they would go to Los Angeles Forum and you'd see what Van Halen wanted. You'd see what the Foo Fighters wanted. And it was fascinating because they would just demand some crazy stuff. But after you started reading these, you kind of saw consistency in what they wanted. Food, access to their families, things like that. That just made it like, okay. And it would make us want to go back to the venue and play there. So there's that. Final story is we've talked, till we're blue in the face about college debt and, forgiving debt, how unfair it is for those of us that don't have college debt, and people are going to get, $100,000 for nothing. There's that, but Coventry College is a no-frills college out of the UK. This is going to catch on. They want to be able to let people get a college degree. And think about this. Entire year of college, $5,000. $6,000 at the absolute most. Now, that is affordable, okay? And it's great because you could go work a part-time job and over the course of 6-9 months, make an extra $5,000 to pay your bills and not be upside down financially and not borrow $80,000. Okay? I am blown away by the people that write me. And it's very sad, guys. I get people that write me and they are my age. They are in their late 50s. And they are talking about how upside down they are financially because of student loan debt. And when the pause, is lifted finally, they're going to be doomed at this point. But they don't have a job. They never got a degree for the industry that they were supposed to, and can't make enough money to pay those bills. So what's the right answer? I mean, it's, there should be a means test for college. That's what I think. But if you spent $5,000 a year and you went someplace, I don't like being a social worker, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care. Because there are courses, there are classes, there are things you can do out there that would make it so that it would be no big deal. Okay? So let me know what you think about all this. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And take a look at our sponsor. It's about 60 seconds out of your life when I talk about these people. They are a great company. If you'd like to get a hold of me, hello@iAllegedly.com. And I will see you guys very soon.